Welcome back to Dirt to Daytona. We are coming close to the end of season number 3 in the Dirt series. With that, well, we had one DNF last week. It kind of took us off of where we normally would be, 2 races each episode. This episode will have 2 races next episode, unless we get a DNF this episode. Next episode, we will finish the season and get through the off season. Hopefully, we'll have those modified cars to start working on as well. We don't have enough money in the bank to upgrade anything, so let's get out there as we are headed out to Kingsfield Raceway. $5,000 up for grabs in this night race. Gonna do a little bit of practice, very little, and then qualify, hopefully decently, and then race in that main event, probably. All right, so I'm pretty sure we won't blow up, and of course we are faster than both Henke and McBain. I say I'm pretty sure we won't blow up because this car runs at pretty high RPM, and if I end up figuring out a different way around the corners, it's a little bit faster, it could, spell a little bit of disaster, but I want the torque that I have. Keep the car fast with it. We'll see what happens here. Coming around to our qualifying lap.
It's the one that counts.
We're going to start off horribly. Perfect. See if I can nope, perfect mess up. So much for the 15.4 that I was getting in practice. 15.9, 15.8 is not horrible, I guess. And that's good enough to get us a top 5, so we're in the money with that. Cato, Hunter, Fazioli, and Ginter in front of us. Let's go out to that heat race, see where we end up, and hopefully we're high up in the A main. Alright, so we ended up having the fastest lap on the track, and yet we came in second. I messed up, hit the wall twice before I got my groove going. Hopefully we don't do that one in the race. Alright, starting grid, Mark Hunter is somehow in front of us. And then we're on the second row. That's all we're going to read right now. Let's just race this bad boy. All right, here we are, doing all right now. I was hesitant to talk before this because we're doing as well as we were. Have over a second lead on second place. That's subject to change, of course. Finger had a bit of a slip up, and it clearly looks like he wants to figure that one out. But as it stands right now, we're doing all right. This could be the first time that we pull out a victory. We just have to keep it clean. 33 laps left to go is a long race away, and we've got lap traffic coming up. So we're going to have to do our best to navigate through them while maintaining the same lead, if not more of a lead over Finger. Of course, even just that slight slip up I just had where I didn't have a good entrance on the corner had Finger coming back within 2/10. Here will be another one. We'll have to see how he ends up. Yeah, look at that, 4, 5, 10. So I'm going to go ahead and focus up again. And, of course, I always speed this up for you guys, so I hope it doesn't make you nauseous. But it's better than just skipping past race portions. You get to see every bit of it, even my major mistakes. So we'll talk to you in a little while. All right, you heard the man, halfway mark. We are still leading this race. We have a real shot here of actually potentially getting the victory, so I'm trying to be extra careful around these cars. Fazioli up there potentially about to be lapped for the second time, which is just unusual, but we all have our races that go this way, so let me see if I can duck off into the inside here, maybe squeeze past him. Just side bump, not anything major, no big issues there. keep it off the wall, take some speed coming out of the corner. We've got Hunter. He's running a higher line here. Hopefully he'll stay in the higher line. Our rivalry is not more important than me being victorious in this race. So I'm definitely doing whatever I can if I catch and pass him to just stay out of wrecking him, turning him sideways, T-boning him, and ruining our day. Look at me growing up and maturing. I know it's incredible and really highly unlikely, but we've got 15 laps to go, and Hunter is not that slow. Obviously, he just made short work of the 480 car, who is always in the back of the pack, so I don't know who it even is. Let me, again, as usual, just put some focus down so we can put some good laps down again. Catch Mr. Hunter, pass him hopefully as clean as possible. Be done with that part of it so we don't have to worry about him harming us anymore. Here we go, folks. Last lap. We've got a lead. We've got fingers stuck behind traffic. We've got multiple cars between us and him as we come around corner number 4 for the last time. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get our first victory of our career. And it could not come at a better time, as we needed this to really solidify a top 3 position on the season with just 2 races left to go. And your top 5, Tony Savoy, Ted Finger, Eric Truitt, and Alan Anderson, along with Matthew Cato. And through that victory, we're going to walk away with $6,500. We should have enough to max something else out. This is huge for the team with just 2 races left in the season. Coming in first place after an intense race, Tony Savoy dominated the field on June 26th. While talking to reporters, Savoy blurted out, "Basically, I own this track. I don't know what it is about Kingsfield, but I seem to place well here every time I show up." Well, I don't know, but I know that this is going to always be the first place that we won in the Dirt Series. And with that, we actually have taken the lead overall and are poised to potentially walk away with a season championship, which would end our content career in the Dirt Series. What does that mean? I'll still race the Dirt Series for the extra money, but I just won't put it up in the videos. I will keep you guys apprised of the standings until eventually I'm no longer going to use that series. I will always keep 2 series going simply so I don't run out of money. Speaking of money, we've got $10,559. Let's go see what we can max out. So we're going to go ahead and max out the suspension. That's going to give us 10 and 10 on the grip and lighten up the car. All right, last race of this episode. We've got a 12:30 race over in Anoka City Speedway. Another decent purse, $6,500 up for grabs. And boy, would it be great if we could walk out of this episode with 2 wins. That'd be pretty much unheard of. I don't know, I was annoyed. Everybody was in my way. I couldn't get a clean lap, so I don't really know what we can do. Let's find out. Yep, there we go. Starting off our important qualifying lap, going way too high. We'll try to dig it in without losing too much speed, and we scrub off a bunch of speed again. That's going to leave us with 16,520. Not a great lap. Well, it's 4th place, but I mean, we're almost a second slower than Matthew Cato, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm going to bump up the gears just a little bit and see if that helps.
Nice work, kid.
Well, I don't know if my dude was just really good at qualifying, because we came out and we dominated our heat race. I mean, Hunter was the closest one to us. He was almost 2 seconds behind us, and this has not historically been our best track. Jumping out to the A main, here we go. Starting off on the outside next to Matthew Cato, who was the great driver in the qualifying. And we got Mark Hunter and John Rafter. That's not a normal name to be up front there. You know how I do it. I'm going to focus up for a minute here. All right, far more intense than it looks. We had quite the exciting start. Little mess up, little recovery. Didn't spin anybody out, though, so that's pretty important. We have a second lead over Grimstead right now. And we're doing the best that we can. Cato down in 4th place, dropping back to 5th now. Maybe just a good qualifying car, because it doesn't seem like his car can do much else. As we continue to try to log these laps. And being out front is always the best way, because then you don't have to really worry about bumping off of other cars and, you know, having cars that are the same speed as you or better that you're battling with just to try to maintain. Only cars I really have to compete with now are likely cars that are slower than me in these lap cars that are up front. I'm going to go ahead and try to navigate my way through these guys with minimal effort and continue to gap the field. All right, here we are halfway. As you saw, some mess ups navigating that traffic that I was talking about not being a big deal. And Anderson able to get in front of us, but now he's having a bit of a challenge. I'm going to see if I can jump to his inside right here. Bounce off this guy and take the lead back. And we were able to do it, so that's a big move for us. I've been very tense on the 6 with this one. It's definitely not easy. But him staying on the outside there really benefited us, and now we're back up to a second lead. But that's just one bad corner away from losing all of that momentum again. We are trying to cruise here to our second victory in a row, which kind of came out of nowhere after having a pretty tough go at it a couple races before where we did not finish. We are able to win this race. We've got Baxter Fairgrounds on the next and final race of the season, and it's our championship to take. Again, kind of out of nowhere, as we finished not near the top, or at least we didn't finish in championship competing position last season. And then this year, obviously with some upgrades on the car, we've been able to be a lot more competitive. Got 10 to go here, so I'm going to go ahead and try to focus up so I don't do what I just did there. And Anderson is hot on my tail, so let me see what I can do to not wreck this victory. Here we go, last lap of the race. Got to keep that car straight enough. Half second behind us is Fazioli. So we're going to head into 3 and 4. And we are going to walk away with our second victory in a row. Another hard-fought victory. Fazioli comes back from 13th place up to second. Great race for him. We had to bump a little bit around, but we did whatever we needed to do to walk away with this victory. And let's be honest, at this stage, I just want to get into the modifieds, so whatever I need to do without changing the difficulty or any of the assists, I'm going to do. Your top 5, Savoy, Fazioli, Anderson, Hunter, and Cato. There you have another $6,850. Big money, and we love to see it. Anoka, Tony Savoy dazzled the crowd at Anoka on July 10th and brought home the victory. And here we have it. We are now almost in the lead by 100 points. We're in the lead by 90. It's great. 2 wins, 7 top 5s. I believe that's the most top 5s. It is the most consistent driving this season. And with that, folks, we are now going to upgrade our car to the final possible upgrade. There it is. Put the Elite exhaust system on it. So there is no excuses anymore. Everything we do from this point on is just saving up money for that next series. The way that we get to that next series, that's right, you guessed it. We have to go ahead and win tomorrow's race. And by tomorrow, I mean next week. And by next week, I mean the next episode. But folks, that means this episode, well, it's coming to a close. I do want to take a moment out to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, take care.